If you're not ready, prepare now. This is what I'm actually doing. Now, before I begin, this is not financial advice. Since 2020, I've been sharing with you exactly what I'm doing step by step. You should always do your own research. I'm just sharing information from the studying that I do. And of course, you should always make your own decisions. But I've been saying the same thing since 2020 repetitively over and over again. I'm gonna cover a few topics here, and I'm going to reframe it on how to make this contextualized to your own life and how I applied it to change my family financially. So what we have to understand is the dollar's collapsed 96 to 97% since 1913. You lost 11% of your purchasing power of your dollar just in 2025. And Larry Fink has said multiple times, and I just showed a video again on my channel on YouTube, the 3T Warrior Academy. He said, if you're worried about your country debasing your currency, cryptocurrency and gold may be a good place. Now he's putting his money where his mouth is. BlackRock is the number 2 holder in Bitcoin in the world outside of Satoshi, who we don't know who that is. Trump, out of billionaires, is a number 1 holder in Bitcoin. Trump told you, Larry Fink told you, and Jamie Dimon told you that it's a fraud. It's used by criminals. Trump said he's a dollar guy. He doesn't believe in crypto. This was his last presidency. Well, Larry Fink flipped, is now the number 2 holder in Bitcoin through BlackRock. Trump flipped and came and ran as the crypto capital of the world, and the Bitcoin president is now the number 1 wealthiest person, the number 1 holder in Bitcoin out of billionaires. His son Barron Trump is worth $180 million in crypto. And they own World Liberty Financial, the fastest growing stablecoin USD1, and a World Bank, which is decentralized finance. His whole cabinet is pro-crypto. I always break down the players for you guys. And so Larry Fink said, if you're worried about your country's debasement of currency, crypto, Bitcoin, and gold might be a good hedge. Well, here's what's happening, and here's how I'm preparing. The US dollar is transforming. It's not going to collapse, it's transforming. Your US dollar is going to be pulled up into stable coins. Stablecoin. The Genius Act is genius. Trump trumped everybody. They created the Genius Act. Bo Hines stepped down as the executive director for digital assets, went to Tether, a foreign company. The largest stablecoin holder is 90% of the stablecoin market. They brought Tether into America, USAT. Cantor is the custodian for Tether. Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, owns Cantor. He's the CEO. His son Brandon Lutnick, he stepped out because now he's in government, and his son Brandon Lutnick took over. So Cantor, custodian for Tether. Securitize is going public. Ripple is now working with Securitize to help with BlackRock's build fund. What's going on here? Guys, it's all connected. It's all connected. It's a rewiring of your financial system. Been trying to show you the game since 2020. So here's what I did. I didn't panic. I stayed calm. I knew that it was going to be a bumpy ride because the market cap for crypto is so unbelievably thin. But remember, first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Draper. We're in regulation and joining phase. So remember, Jamie Dimon told you it's used for criminals. You're a criminal if you use it. Used for money laundering. But now his bank is going to allow you to use Bitcoin for collateral. That makes no sense. We believe it's used by criminals, but you're going to allow us to use as collateral in your bank. Doesn't make any sense. No logic. Larry Fink told you that it's a pet rock. Has no value. Now he's the number 2 holder in Bitcoin. Trump told you he's a dollar guy and didn't believe in crypto's last presidency. Now he's the number 1 holder out of billionaires. And he's writing the rules for Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Clarity Act, which gives banks clarity on how to custody crypto. So guys, it's time to wake up. The system is changing. By 2030, everybody is going to be operating on a block. You won't even know you're using crypto. You won't even know you're using blockchain. You won't even understand it. You'll be like, cryptocurrency is a fraud. And you're swiping at Chipotle. And you're operating on a blockchain that we own. So what you shouldn't do is you shouldn't believe hype influencers, the meme coin people, the get rich quick. You should start studying blockchain technology. Look at them as technologies. Look at them as infrastructure. Look at them as new payment rails. Start to do your research and see which ones you think are going to change the financial system. Because here's the fact. I think there's 36,000 cryptos. 99% of them are going to get wiped out. I know your favorite influencer is selling you the next best token. I hate to tell you. Coming from the banking sector, traditional banking is linking up with crypto banking. And those who can't survive regulation are going to get wiped out. 99% of cryptos are going to get wiped out. So I stick with the big kahunas. Here's what I do. So I use what's called CapLDR. It's my strategy. I created it. Cash flow, cash is trash. Transmute my cash flow. How do I create cash flow? I've created cash generating businesses last bull run. People bought Lambos, Ferraris, big houses. I bought businesses and cash flows. I built businesses. I didn't buy businesses. I built them from the ground up using my cash flow from my liquidity event from crypto. So I built different ecosystems in information technology, attention, and financial services. I took my cash flow and I started transmuting some of my cash flow into cash generating dividends. If you don't make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die, Warren Buffett. So I became a Warren Buffett style investor. I'm making cash flow from my businesses, cash flow from dividends. Outside of my bills, I run lean and mean, debts and non-negotiables. Everything else is investable. I move my cash into deflationary assets because I am worried about the debasement of my currency because it's lost 11% purchasing power in 2025 and my XRP has gone up 800% since 2020 and my Bitcoin 200%. So I use crypto. You don't have to. That's what I use. You can use gold, you can use silver, maybe like real estate. I don't know, but I like crypto. I understand it. I study it. I have a research team that we monitor it and see where money flows are going. So then I hold crypto, but I'm not just all in on crypto. That's the worst thing you can do. One asset class, be diversified. We're going to move Bitcoin into leverage, okay? We're never touching Bitcoin. That's a supercharged savings. I grow at 50% every year. It'd be foolish to even sell it. It's the most scarce asset in the world. So altcoins, all of the cryptos, I pull on the way up 50% profit. 50% of 100% of my crypto, I pull 50%. I ladder out. You're not going to catch the top. None of you are smart enough, nor am I. You're the exit liquidity. So I sell on the way up. I ladder out targets. I pull it. Number one thing I do with my profit is I put it into cash value life insurance, protect it. I insure my money. That creates leverage, creates tax-free growth, and nobody can touch it. The next 10% of that profit take, I put it into cash generating dividends to do what? To create more cash flow, to do what? To buy more deflationary assets, more XRP and Bitcoin. Then when the markets come collapsing down again in the bear market, where there'll always be a bear market, bull market, I don't know how low it's going to come. There'll always be black swans. When you're panicking, I'm buying the panic. And I buy more tokens. It's like a video game. I buy more at lower cost. So when you're celebrating, I'm selling you my crypto. When you're panicking, I'm buying your fear. That's just how it works. That's how the game works. Somebody's winning, somebody's losing. There's no money in the system. It's just money moving back and forth. It's just energy. There's no real money, guys. Don't get disillusioned. There's not real money. There's only debt in the system. Money moves back and forth. There's a winner and there's a loser. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. That's just how the game works. I didn't create it. And what I do is in the bear market, I buy. When the bull market, I sell, protect, buy cash flow. And I de-risk. So my top 7 cryptos are XRP by a long shot, Bitcoin number 2, Solana number 3. Those are my largest holdings, and I will continue to consolidate into those 3. My next would be XLM. The next is WFI. Next is HBAR. Next is VeChain. So those are my top 7. I hold many other cryptos, but those are my top 7. The biggest concentration is XRP, Bitcoin, and Solana. I'm not saying you have to invest in this, is just what I do. Obsessed with cash generating dividends. Do your research. There's so many dividends that pay cash flow. Study Warren Buffett. He makes $1 million a day off Coca-Cola. Makes more than the CEO in 1 month. Protect the living shit out of my money. So, are you prepared? I am. So don't sit on your hands. Don't wait till it's too late. It's your responsibility as head of household, and men, I'm speaking to you. It's your responsibility to get your shit together physically, spiritually, and financially. I'm saying this with love. Get your shit together. Warriors, rise! Love you guys.